Okay. Wow, why do I have digitone audio on this screen? I've never noticed that. Shouldn't have that there in this scene. So I can remove it. Haven't done that for a while. Well, what is it set up to? It might be recording something. Let me check. No, it's black holes. Yeah, let's get rid of that. Okay, remove. OBS stuff. Okay, behind the scenes magic. I'm gonna do some coding today, so I'm just gonna pick up where I left off last time. And whoops. Dang it. I didn't mean to do that. There we go. And let's set this to the right size, and then we'll just do our trial run of the game. See what it's all about. Make a new one. Super fast map generation. It's like 4 seconds now. Actually, if I do that again, I did an blah blah blah. I did a new make option, so I can make opt, which is optimized. So now this should be even faster. Yeah, just like under a second, it generates all the maps. And look at that, we got 3 NPCs right here. Sleeproof Lar. Blau Hinclu. Laukridu. Posted a picture of one of screenshots from the game of an NPC blocking a hallway on Mastodon. I got 2 likes. Massive following on Mastodon. 2 whole likes. So, yeah, NPCs can block the halls, so that means we need to implement combat. And I'm actually going to do a stat change. I've thought about the game system a little bit. I'm going to change the way it works. So we're not going to have a VWoo. We're not going to have 6 stats. Well, no, we are going to still have 6 stats. They're just going to be different, and they're going to make more sense. They're going to make more sense. Did some trial run of the combat system, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't that it wasn't fun, but it was like, okay, standard round of combat against a monster, and it would take like 48 turns for one side to emerge victorious. And you know, you don't want that. You don't want a combat taking 48 turns. It's an interesting problem to have in a game like this. Because then if combat's taking that long, you might as well just run away from everything. No longer fight. Because you don't need to. Spaghetti. There's a lot of NPCs here. I think I also want to increase the number of NPCs in the game. So I'm going to do that as well. So let's just finish exploring this. Or why not? There we go. Okay, so I've done pretty well here. Saving and quitting NPCs, got all that. The maps, everything's saving and quitting. Pretty impressive. So let's open my stickies. Right, so I want to change stats. That's like a top thing today. Change stats, implement. That's going to actually be kind of rough because I refer to these stats like everywhere. And I'll have to make a new save file. I'll have to change the behavior of everything as well. The idea behind changing the stats, I want to simplify them. So right now I have attacking and dodging at close range and at ranged. Those are the 2 categories of stats, and it gives you 4 stats. None of those give you damage. None of those give you defense. They just give you attack percentage and dodge percentage for ranged and close range. So what I need to do instead is, what I want to do instead is make an all-purpose system where it's attack for damage, hit percentage, defense for damage reduction, and then dodge percentage. And range is not going to come into it if it's ranged or attack. that can come in later with skills. Like if you're being attacked by a ranged attack, maybe you have a skill that you can boost your defense against ranged attacks by 10%, something like that. So we'll simplify it. Also, like how do you raise a wizard with that? Well, I don't know. Maybe a wizard spells will not use attack. And maybe if you have high defense, like defense will reduce the amount of damage you do with them or something. So there'll be trade-offs so that people will just not dump all their points into attack and run around. You know, I want to make sure it's balanced. I want to make sure there are multiple play styles that can be supported. So that's going to be the big challenge of this game, making it fun. Making it fun, making enemies fun, and making challenging enemies with different strategies fun. So all that stuff. Okay, so implement new stats. Combat would be nice to get in there. So NPCs movement, I think that's gonna be like later Gator, because that's I don't know A star and I don't want to learn it on stream. I'll learn it off stream. I'll write a quick test, or I'll do a whole stream where that's the only thing I do, and it's not attached to this project. I learn it and then I implement it in this project, and it would be pretty fun. Leveling up on a due day, that's actually pretty easy, but also rebalancing. Oh yeah, and rebalancing the stats as well. So change stats, change to new model, and rebalance points. So right now you get 10 points per level, and you have 4 stats, 6 if you count HP and SP. That means if you get to level 100, you've been given 1,000 stat points, and that is actually pretty ridiculous. So I think it'll be more like 1 point per level, and maybe at level 10 you get 5 points, something like that. But for the beginning, it'll be 1 point per level. Then if you get to level 100, you'll have 100 points, and plus some change. And maybe you find items that can give you points, things like that. Or finish a quest and it gives you a point. But then it'll be a little more balanced. So we won't have enemies that have stat points of 500. You know? But they should still have more points if they're at a higher level than you, but they shouldn't have, like, that much. If they're 2 levels higher than you, they shouldn't have 20 more points than you. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean, that's all about balancing. You could balance on that point scale if you wanted to. It's all in how you implement it. So I'm going to do that. What else was I going to do? Combat, maybe. I think combat's going to come. All right, let's put some of this stuff at the bottom. Map generator might be leaking memory. That's true. I have not looked into getting Valgrind installed. Pathfinding. Yeah, oh boy. Leveling up on a new day. All right, pathfinding is going to be its own thing. NPC movement. NPCs don't overlap. Okay, so that actually I do need to do today. So let's put that at the top. NPCs don't stand on top of other NPCs. It's going to be so unlikely, but it is possible. So I do just, every time I add a new NPC, I need to make sure that they're not standing on top of another one. So that's actually easier said than done, but it is doable. Okay, so NPCs, let's do leveling up NPCs. A new day, and that I can do as well. That's pretty easy. Check window resize, that's like so not important. Light sources, pathfinding, oh boy. Skills. Let me separate these into like doable, not just doable, but like doable today if I needed to. Text log, scroll history mode, that's actually kind of cool. That's fun. Change stats, yeah. Loot inventory, combat will come before that. Player stats and character creation. That'll come before that too, because that'll give me a character screen that I can build a loot and inventory system into. Inventory. Oh yes, and dead and alive. Dead and alive. NPCs. You can walk on top of a dead NPC. You cannot walk on top of an alive NPC. And another thing I was thinking when I've been thinking about this off stream, NPCs should have an attribute is hostile. Because if they are hostile or not, right now I just have it in different behaviors, and there's like 15 of them. And that I don't want to have an if-then chain with 15 behaviors. So instead what I can do is have is hostile. I can make a little table. Actually, yeah, I think that's how I'll do that. So when the behavior is assigned and is hostile will be assigned as well, and then you can swap. So we'll do that first, swap friendly NPCs when walking on top. So a friendly NPC will get out of the way for you when you move. They will they'll walk, right? They'll move. And I like the way that Caves of Cud handles that. They just swap their places with them. If they're standing there and you walk on top, they just flip them. I like that. I think that's cool. And then maybe also NPC color. So, sorry colorblind people, but red for hostile, green for friendly. I wish I had more colors. I really do. Maybe white for friendly, because then red will stand out. Something like that. As far as I know, the most common form of color blindness is red-green, and it's not that they can't see red or green, they just see them as the same color. So I think it's okay if I do red for hostile. Hostile NPCs will be red. Okay. So that gives me a starting point on stuff that I can do today. So I guess the first thing I want to do is NPCs don't stand on top of other NPCs. So let's go into the NPCs.c. That's where we'll start. And figure out where this happens. So new NPC, we do init NPC space. We tell it how many floors and how many NPCs. So that's how these NPCs get initialized at the very beginning. The first thing that happens is you figure out how many you want. So it's like I say 100 floors, 5 NPCs per floor, and then it says, all right, you have 500 NPCs we're going to make. Then we add or subtract a little variance from that. So it's 5% of that number. So if it's 500, we're gonna either subtract 25, add 25, or any number in between. This is a range, a random number range. Then number of NPCs equals number of NPCs. We keep track of that as a global variable up here. Yeah, and that actually, I don't think anything else uses that. That can be down here. That's very closely tied to this block of functions, so I'll put it here. Then we go through, we malloc the NPC's pointer to the size we need, and then we go through and we make a new NPC for each one. Okay, so new underscore NPC is where we're going to be doing this work. And I'm going to need a function, but I'll make the function once I figure out where to put it in. So I'm going to walk through this function and see what it does. I have to do this because it's been like a week since I've looked at this. A week plus, I really don't know. Okay, yes. Yeah, it was a week, so I did this on Sunday last week. So first of all, you get a number, and you get number of floors. So you don't know what floor that NPC is going on. The first thing you do is you generate a floor. So 0 to the max floor number. Then you generate a personality. And random number between 0 and the number of behaviors. That is what you're giving them, a behavior. Okay, so in here I need some code. Is hostile. Put here. Okay. Then we're determining, here I'll just do that because put code. Determine hostile or not. Okay. Then we can render them as red, and if they're hostile, that's the only reason I really want to do that. It also will make testing a lot easier because they'll know which NPCs are hostile, and maybe the look cursor can tell you hostile, friendly, whatever. So here's what we do. We first determine the start tile they need to be on. So j equals 0. Tile 1 and tile 2 equals floor room. So by default, you're putting them in a room. And j, number of behaviors. Okay, so you're finding on your behavior table which tile types they go on. And what happens if you only have one? You get a -1. Okay. So they can be on floor open, they can be on floor path, or they can be on floor open and floor path. So basically room dwellers, tunnel dwellers, and then dwellers of all spaces. We're just finding that, we're just pulling that from the behavior table. They can be on. And this is from behavior table. Okay. Then we pull the map, pull the correct floor map, and try to place them. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little while loop here, which is while 1. That's wonderful, right? Love to see it. And then I'm going to say if is on other NPC. What do we do here? We're going to pass the map to it. We're going to pass X and Y. And we don't need the map. We don't need that. We're going to pass the floor. So do I have that anywhere else? No, just there. So if is on other NPC, if this is equal to 0, we're going to break the loop. So 0 is false. You don't have to have this as equal to 0. I just like to put it in. It just makes it obvious. But the way the thing will function is it'll take the current floor, X and Y, and it's going to search through the whole space. Okay, so let's just go ahead and write that. Static void int. And what it needs is an int current floor, int X, int Y. I guess I have, what I also need is, yes, I need current number. So this will be I. So int I. Okay, so here are these. This will be new NPC. We're going to do that. On other NPC. Okay. I guess I'll make a j, int j, and then just say for j equals 0. I could probably just count down I. I probably could just count down I. If we minus equals 1, because I'm not passing a pointer, I'm just passing this like I'm copying I before sending it here. So while I is I'll say greater than or equal to 0, I minus equals 1. I think that'll work. So it's coming in. Let's say you're in NPC number 5. The first thing it's going to do is it's going to say, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need to check against 0 through 4. The very first thing it's going to check, it's going to change I to 4. That's greater than 0. It's going to do what's in the loop, and it's going to keep going. Okay, then when it gets to, let's say it's on 1, it does what it does, and then it comes up here and it subtracts it. 0, it's good, it'll still do it. It's greater than or equal to 0. And then hits -1, and then it'll finish. If it gets through the loop, we're going to return 0. So if NPCs plus I, yeah, that's right. X is equal to X, and NPCs plus I, y is equal to y. And, well, we should do the floor first. Makes it a little more readable. So essentially just comparing to each NPC, we're stepping backwards, starting with the one we're on, and we're just going to move back, back, back. Check each one. Is that NPC's current floor equal to the current floor? And x is equal to x, and y is equal to x. Y, then they are on the same spot, and oh no, we have to return a 1. Like that. Text editors do that when you try to put spaces. So I put in here spaces. It's 4 spaces to move this forward. This should just be a tab. I should just use spaces for everything. But I incorporate tabs. I don't know why. Because I'm an idiot. Other than me being an idiot. So yeah, if any of your NPCs are on the same floor and they have the same x and y value, you're going to return 1. It's so unlikely. But the fact that I just loaded a game and there were 3 NPCs standing right next to each other, that doesn't mean it's impossible. We don't want them to have any problems. They would just move off of each other as soon as they start moving. So it's not that big a deal, but there we go. Now this should work. So while 1, you make your map, try to place them, which we already know this code works. We broke out of this and we have an x and y, and we have a current floor, and then we have an I, so NPC number, which I don't think changes. Yeah, it doesn't change. So then we say is on other NPCs plus I, we give it the current floor, the x, y, and then the I, x, y, I, yes. And then we say if that's equal to 0, then break. And you break this while loop. And so this is just like an eternal loop. And this is just a thing. It's going to return 0 unless you get the same properties. And I think chances of this happening are so utterly unlikely that what I would like to do is just try to see how likely it is. Found one. And I want to just put in a J. Here. So that's just me playing around. Okay, then I want to also add more NPCs. So I did want to add more NPCs when we initialize the NPCs. And that's going to be down here in game new. I think. Init player space, init NPC space. We have number of maps times 5. So let's do 10. Let's do 20. See how long it is. Ridiculous, but you know, we'll see what happens. Okay. Nice. A single equals. That would, of course, not work. I love compiler warnings. Do that. All right. Make a new game. Generating maps. And, oh. Found one. It did find one. So I'm generating 100 times 20, so no, that can't be right. 20. That can't be right. 20 times 100 is 2,000. So how do I have so many NPCs? Hang on. Where's my math failing me? Map wallet in maps times 20. How many maps do I have? Let me just make sure. I have 100 maps. Oops. All right. Sanity check. Yes, 2,000. So that doesn't make any sense. Let's go back to this. Found one. D&D. J and I. J and I, so I should be lower. Ah. How is I higher than J? 6053. J and I. J. So if you're coming in here and this is 0. I should be an integer. I am positive. I wouldn't just use an unsigned integer randomly. The only thing I can think is it J and I. And it thinks it found one. I guess I know what I can do to check this. I can check the thingy. Check the save file. So we check the save file, that'll tell us some information. But I definitely don't have 6,000 NPCs, so what is going on with that? I should put these all in one line. Should have 2,000, so it should be 4,000 lines. Okay, 1902, so I have 1902. What's with that 6053 then? I'm so confused. Maybe, did I not do a new line? That would be one thing. No, I do a new line. Okay, found a bunch of the same ones, so something's obviously going wrong here. COD editor wants to be stupid. All right. COD editor does this thing. If a file is modified outside of it, it wants to update. Fine, that's great. But if I click the update button, it just gives me the beach ball of doom, which I don't like. So I guess if is on other NPC, XYI, you send it the current floor. Loop while I is greater than or equal to 0. And I minus equals 1. While the current floor is equal to the reason why this is why I'm so stupid. Let's just do this. I didn't want to do this, but you know, it's fine. J equals 0. J is less than I. Just wanted to avoid having another variable. And if I'm breaking it because I'm trying to be clever, did I make it plus? Did I just plus equals? Oh, oh God, that should be J. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Gonna happen. I should change. I have to do like this streaming window. Change that. Gonna happen. All right, let's try it now. Oh, it's X. Okay. Did I get anything? I found one. 805 to 2025. So there should be more than 2,000. I mean, that's a better number than before. So this is me trying to be clever. I ruined the way it works, but this actually looks like it's working now. The only way I can think. So there are 2028. So it tried 2025. They should be this. Oh, actually, they should be different because it breaks the loop. It'll loop until they're the same. Okay, my droplet. I guess I want to host my own website on my droplet for one thing. And I have to figure out how to do that because right now it's on Google Sites. And so I got the web server set up today. I just have to get the domain transferred over. And from everything I've read, DigitalOcean doesn't like working with Google domains. So they say to change ownership over to them or something. I don't really know. So I'll have to do that. Because the way that I have it now, it's Google Sites. And Google Sites sucks. It's like a dynamically built thing, so it'll render the same or different on mobile devices and desktop browsers. And so I can't actually put in raw HTML code, so I can't put in my little embed link to get the green check mark on Mastodon. It won't let me do it because it's not HTML. It's like JavaScript or something. Yeah, it's all templates. It's a website builder, and my website is very basically nothing. It's just links to my socials. But I want that green check mark. And in case I ever decide to do something with the site, let's make opt again. That'll be a little quicker. Well, listen to me, Lion. That's because I didn't do anything. I didn't run the right one. So 2056. Let's just real quick look at that. Make sure that I have. What's 5% of 2000? It should be 100. So plus or minus 100 from 2000. That's what I should be seeing. So let's just go. Here we go. How many NPCs are there? What's all this? Player stats or something? I don't even know. 2087. Okay, so I'm not getting any weird like 6,000s or anything. And so what I'm doing right now, Sax, you missed it. NPCs can potentially spawn on top of other NPCs. So what I'm doing is every time I make an NPC, I go and I check all the other NPCs that have already been spawned, and I make sure that they're not on top of another NPC. And I thought that's going to be really unlikely. So I boosted the number of NPCs up to over 2,000. And so now I'm actually finding... I'm just getting a little... I'll put the error so that I can see it happen. Just pops out and tells me, but I also put in the code to make sure that doesn't happen. So it seems to be happening with that many NPCs. It seems to be happening once. It didn't happen that time. Oh wait, it did. It seems to be happening once per thing. It just surprises me. Because placing an NPC, this was 2,000 NPCs. Placing an NPC on a map, you have 100 floors, and then you have like hundreds of tiles on each map. So it shouldn't happen. But it is. It seems to happen once every time. And that seems very peculiar to me. Okay, that time it happened a bunch. Holy shit. So that time we got it happening like 50 times. I really wonder about that. So actually, just to confirm what I can do is do this. No comma. No comma. And then we're just gonna do per floor x, y, and then NPCs plus j, curve floor. Why don't I just put that down there? X, y. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Print F, and I do end when, and then I return 1. So that's telling the thing that's calling this that it happened. So I want to see. It's weird that I'm getting like, did I we want to make opt though. Oh, god damn it. Okay, make opt is confusing me, so maybe I can actually fix this. Make opt. I'm not doing this. So this is optimized, so it's faster. I'm just going to do the same target. I'm not going to add that opt. So here we go. This has confused me several times, so let's just do it. Okay, and wow, we got a bunch. And it does appear to be checking, and it does work. So maybe I can just put the number on there also. So that'll be I and then J. Make sure that they're different. They should be different. I'm not storing those values yet. See a little flicker when you make a new thing. It tells you that it definitely ended the window and found some. So yeah, 475. Apparently it tried to place them twice. So I think why this is happening, this actually makes a lot of sense to me. This is why it's happening. So on a given map, there are going to be like, let's say 9 rooms. Those rooms are going to have 45 tiles apiece. And there's going to be a ton of tunnels between them. And so let's say there's going to be 400 tiles of floor, room, and probably like double that in tunnels. So it's trying to place, some NPCs can only be placed in a room, and there's limited room space. And so I think that's what's happening. That's why this one, it happened twice. Any others that it happened twice? Or, it just... It just is happening twice. That's all we have to know. But now it's not happening, so it won't be happening anymore. I've identified it happening. And take this out. And if it happens, we return a 1. And if it doesn't happen, so if it makes it through all the NPCs, we return a 0. So a true is on other NPC, true, it is. Or false, it is not. So then up here, we have this loop that loops forever, trying to find a place that it'll fit. It can only fit in a certain small number of tiles. So while there are 2,500 tiles per map, and there are 100 maps, when you're placing 2,000 NPCs, you're gonna see, you're gonna see conflicts. And so this is now, once it's found a place that they can actually sit, which is hard already, then it's gonna make sure that they're not on another NPC. And if they are not, it'll break the loop. So that's great. So let's just go change the number of NPCs now. And the NPCs generation, it's instantaneous. I was thinking I could add in, so we wouldn't actually do 10. So I'll do closer to 1,000 NPCs probably. I wanted to add in like this progress bar. I wanted to add that in for NPC generation, but I don't need to. So I'm just curious. I have practically doubled the amount of NPCs now, so I should see a lot more. There's another one. That's 2. 3, 4. 5. Blocking. He's blocking the tunnel. So I might not be able to see the rest. So that's going to happen a lot more. I don't know if I can get around anywhere else. I might be able to get to this side of that tunnel. Yeah, look at that. I got to the other side of the tunnel. Great. 6. Should be average of 10 per map. Dead end. Alright, so I removed conflicts, NPC conflicts. A very small thing, but and once I put NPC movement in, they would move out of the way. 7. So they wouldn't even care that they're on top of each other. But I don't want it to be even possible. 8. 8 NPCs. Should be a room down here. 9. Wow, that's a nice little double room right there. So you see a number of actual room tiles compared to the number of tunnel tiles. I don't know. I wonder if I could count that up. Maybe they're about the same. I don't know what that Königsberg Bridge problem is. I probably should know what it is, but I don't. So I'm going to say yes. Okay, so there we go. Got that taken care of. So boom, that's one thing off the top of the list. NPCs don't stand on top of other NPCs. Okay, now NPC is hostile attribute. So I thought about how to do this, and I'm going to go into NPCs. I have this behavior table, which I should call its behaviors. And I should call this behavior table. And I should also give int is hostile. So hostile right here, you see it. It's before the tiles. And we'll fix the probability next. And I don't think I have anything with behaviors anywhere else. I don't. Okay. So that's struct. And we're not really even using the struct anywhere. This is just a table to go through. So after the behavior, we'll say is hostile. So most of these are going to be a 1. So these are all behavior hostile. And then these will be a 0. These are non-hostile. So that'll just make that easier. And then I need a little function, and it's going to be... Oh, no. What I want to do then is I want to give the NPC struct... Find the NPC space. I want to give them... This is be even better. I'll just put is hostile right there. So then when we're making it, we pull... So we'll put it in right... Yeah, I even cleared the space for it and got it ready. Yes, I have heard of that. That does sound familiar. That's 7 bridges connecting an island. Is it possible to make the trip in one pass? Yeah, yes, I've heard of that, but I'm definitely not at the level of being a mathematician to be able to understand it. That's like Matt Damon solving a math problem on a chalkboard stuff. Got to pull out Good Will Hunting. Okay, so then determine is hostile and start tiles from behavior table. Okay, so then what we're gonna do that's and not as handsome and with worse memory. But you don't work in construction, though. I'll give you that. And you probably, hopefully, don't get in bar fights on the weekends and get arrested all the time. And you don't know Robin Williams, unfortunately. You're not on speaking terms. But you like apples. Okay, the only thing I'm worried about here, I guess what I'll do is I'll just, I try to avoid these middlemen, but I'm just going to do it. All right, we're just going to assume it is hostile. It should never get through this whole loop. Is hostile. Never get through this whole loop. It's going through the advancement tile, so I've given them behaviors, and it's going through this whole thing, and then checking that you pull the right data from the behavior table. Just think logically. should never, I don't need that stuff. It'll never get to the end of here. Number of behaviors is 13 or whatever, 15. So 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. All right, so that's 15 behaviors. 15. So I have this all logically right as long as I don't add, as long as I don't get rid of behaviors, this will work. And I don't have to initialize these middlemen, which is fine. So what I can do, I don't even need is hostile. Fuck that. I don't need that. Because I have this. There we go. So now we have is hostile. I need a function to report is hostile. So just pull it from the thing, and we're just going to say int is hostile, and then int I. And that's all you're gonna send it the the NPC number, and then it's gonna say is that NPC hostile, and if it is, I think I like the idea of calling this n here, and then we do for I equals 0, I less than number of NPCs, I plus equals 1. If, no, that's not right. We don't even have to do that. What am I doing? We're just going to return NPCs. Oh yeah, look at the one above it has n, so we'll do that. NPCs is hostile. And that's something I should save, wouldn't you think? I should save whether an NPC is hostile or not. So that is coming after personality. So let's go to the save load file. Not there. Not the library. And for saving, we need to do save NPCs. Save NPCs. Oh yeah, so NPC stats. That's over here. Not that one. We need, oh my god. Is it before or after personality? This is disgusting, but plus I and is hostile. We're just gonna put that there. And I need to put another, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I think I'm gonna take out that new line because you don't need it. It's the same amount of bytes. A new line character only takes up 1 byte, and a space only takes up 1 byte, but it's going to be easier for me to read as a person. Okay, and then stats, we now have 16. So let's go back over to save. So when we're loading the NPCs, oh god, that's why I did it like that, isn't it? We're going to do this. That needs to be 16 now. And we need another one. That's pretty gnarly code right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm counting 15. So that should only be 15. So I guess I don't need that. So did I have this code wrong all along? What was it loading? Let's go look at the save file. Look at the save file, man. All right, go down to the very bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So it was outputting 15 things. And are all the last things always 0? Let's go back into NPCs. We're going to parse this. So I have it as a stats 15. So go into NPCs. This is sending it over to add loaded NPCs. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, yes. So I actually do need 15 because I need to load one here. Oh, this isn't tedious and annoying at all. All right, so now we have 16 members. Yes, yes. All right, so now we have 16 members. So this should be int stat 16. It's already 16. And this should be 16. And it should be 0, 1, 2. Okay, so we should go up to 15. Should have one more, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That should work. Should work, and it should be is hostile. So this is a cool thing. I can actually verify that it's working. So this will be pretty simple. Let's just do it. And we got some errors. You can, so when you're doing a scan, it needs to be a pointer. And so in this case, I have this stats pointer. This is a stats array. And I'm actually giving pointers to each element. So it's pulling in one integer per element. And so I'm saying put it in 0, put it in 1. I think if you only had one value coming in, you wouldn't have to do the address. Because I think well, I don't know. I think by default, giving an array gives you the first address in the array. But because I have 15 different values, it's going to be like this. Okay, so I got some weird unrelated errors. So use of undeclared identifier advancement table. Okay, yeah, I forgot I changed that. So we need to change advancement over here. We're going to change it to behavior. All right, behavior. Is it behavior table or behaviors? It's behavior. Where are we? So yes, that's going to be my unrelated error. Now let's go back here. Got some warnings. That's good. Tile 1 is used uninitialized whenever for loop exits because its condition is false. Gotcha. Just to silence that error. You should never have to worry about that. But just to silence the error would be here. What is it? Floor. I can't remember. Open. Fine. To silence the warning. Let's do this again. Compiler's warning. Yes. Warning is informative. Argument stats of type int16 with mismatched bound array. Okay, yeah. That's previously declared there. Yes, indeed. Indeed. That should be over here in NPCs.h. Forgot. Right, let's do this. All right. Whoop. Yeah, so I should probably take that out. I have it. So I have the game where if you pull up the main menu, you can quit. But I also have it so it was my old key where I hit the letter P and it just quits. But it quits safely, so it's okay. I've left it in. But I should probably take that out because, you know, I don't want players to just hit the letter P and then be like, what? I was trying to pick up something. Okay, let's go down to the bottom and we're just going to check a couple of these. And I want to just see, are there 16 numbers, first of all? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, and I can assume if one line has them, they all have them, right? Okay, and then we want to check the behavior. So let's go again over here and look at save. And we want to say, which one is behavior? I'm in the wrong function. Okay, that actually doesn't happen here. It happens over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not behavior. It is hostile is what I'm looking for. So the sixth value, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's this one. 0. Hang on. Let me look at that again. It goes name personality is hostile. Name personality is hostile. So that should actually be a 1. Be a 1. Oh, you know. Go new game. Quit. Thud. All right, now let's reopen this file. Go to the bottom. Okay, name behavior is hostile. Okay, so that is a 4 and 1. That's fine. 1 and 1, 12 and 0. That's good. So it's the last 3 personality types, the last 3 personalities that are non-hostile. So it should be 12, 13, and 14. Or it's 11, 12, 13. I'm not sure. But 13, 0, 9, 1, 13, 0, 8, 1, 14, 0, 14, 0, 5, 1. So that's looking good. 12, 0. So 12, 13, 14 are the non-hostile. So that's working. However, I think we do a checksum, you may find a problem. Yes, so it's not loading them properly. So the checksum of the save file changed. I just loaded the game and then quit again, and it saves and quits. It should be identical. There was no other changes. So it's not saving correctly. So saving is the problem. And it should be save NPCs. It's getting a format string. It's getting a format string over there. So format for saving has a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That should be right. So it saves it right the first time. Oh, it's not loading it right. It's not loading it right. Okay, that's what's happening. There we go. There we go. Fixed it. New game. Quit. We're going to check some. New game. Load. Quit. Checksum. It's the same. Hooray! Here's my little shortcut for checksumming. If you're ever looking at one of these things, I look at the first 2 letters and I look at the last 2 letters, and if they are the same, I don't check every single one. 3A99, 3A99, C246, D246. There's no way you're gonna have the first beginning and end. I mean, look at this one: 631, 816. 20C, 535. So like you immediately know that's different, but here you don't have to check every single letter number. Pointless. Even if you change 1 byte in a file. There we go, we changed 1 byte. Massively different number. I just added 1 to a single number and the checksum is totally different because it's bitwise. So, and now that will cause a seg fault, so I better do a new map. Okay, we got that. So we have is hostile attribute. So I also want to do color differently if is hostile. So I'm going to work on that now. So that should be pretty quick. NPCs, it just returns, are they hostile? So now let's go to draw. Draw, display. It's called display, not draw, because we're not using STL to draw things. We're outputting text to a terminal. And draw NPCs. On NPC, I guess that's cursor on NPC. What calls on NPC? Hang on, that just bothered me. Just really bothered me. What calls on NPC? Okay, yeah. Let's change the name of that. Because that was confusing. Using draw NPCs. Okay, now we're on it. Okay. If viz x. Okay, so then we have to do is hostile. I have to figure out how this thing works. So this, I'm getting NPC info, and it's going to be I. That's the number. NPCs. There we go. Okay. If NPCs. Fuck. What is this? Y? How do you do this? NPCs is a struct. Yeah, NPC info. So it's coming in hard, fast. It's I. It's why are there multiple I's? Hang on, I have to sneeze. This is gonna be quickest way to not sneeze is to mute your microphone after saying I have to sneeze. It just doesn't happen. Okay, so this should be dot. I already forget it. I. Dot I plus I. Okay. So then I need to use this function, which I need to make this public. So we're just going to put it here. C does not call it public. And we need to do is hostile. And then that's a number. And I should just be able to not do anything if I want to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something. I'm going to say is equal to 1. Then we're going to change the color. And then we're going to change the color back no matter what. So how do you change color? Hell if I know. Should be in draw map or something. Print map. It used to, yeah, print map space. Color pair. All right, so we're going to do that. And then at the end, it does this. So it does that at the end. All right, so let's go back and find it. Draw NPCs. Draw NPCs. I can just do it like this. We'll do color pair 3, and then we'll do color pair 1, and there we go. Is hostile NPCs I equal, so this is pulling out the I. What is the NPC number? It's kept track of in this thingy, which is funny that I put that at the beginning because it always goes map player. Why did I do this? Why did I do it like that? I'm going to change a few things here real quick. I like spotting little inconsistencies in how I do things. Okay, and then I need to find where do I call draw NPCs. That's going to be over here. Draw NPCs. So cur NPC should be last. Small things. Anywhere else? No. Got it. Did I fix it? Fixed it. Did I fix it? Fixed it. Yes. Okay, and then I need a color pair. How do I do, where do I do color pairs? I do color pairs up here somewhere. init colors. So let's just do red. I don't use that cyan for anything, so let's do red. All right. Let's go find an NPC. Find an NPC. And they are red. Those two are red. I have one other thing I want to do with that before I move on. But I want to find a non-hostile one first. Really? Am I just that unlucky? I found 2 dead ends? And there's a hostile NPC in the tunnel? The chances of actually getting a non-hostile NPC are 3 out of 15. So 1 out of 5 chance. And I should have about 10 NPCs per floor. There we go. We found one. Non-hostile, he's drawn white. There's another one. Nice. One more thing I want to do with that. Oh, that was kind of cool. Wait, let me reload. So, hostile guy there. Friendly guy there. Friendly guy there. Alright. Let's do one more thing. And we're going to say draw cursor. And what I'm going to do... That's not right. Draw look. I'm going to do a little thing here. Is hostile in equal to 0? See if I do this right. Okay, I want to basically do the hostility state in the look. When you say UC and then their name, I want the hostility. So if hostile is equal to 0, we're going to say friendly. Else, we're going to say hostile. I think that's how you do a ternary statement. I don't do these very often. All right, let's look. Hostile. Friendly. It works. Friendly. Now the advantage to having a hostile thing is if you find a friendly NPC and you hit him in the face with a hammer, you can just flip that switch. He will go from being is hostile equals 0 to is hostile equal to 1. And he'll turn red immediately. Because of how I render things. That's great. So now we have red NPCs if they're angry. And mostly red. Although I think I saw 2 or 3 friendlies in here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Only 7 rooms? I must be missing something. I doubt there's anything down here. Oh, there's an NPC. Another friendly guy. I didn't even see him. Glee Crew Flenpie. That's a great name. That's a very traditional NPC name. I see a lot of tunnel over here. There must be another room. There's a tunnel dweller. Hey crew. Hey crew. Hey crew. Alright, there must be a room in the top right, I guess. I think there's got to be one over here too, though. Really, I believe. There it is. Yay. Empty. Blocking the tunnel. Okay. So now, this is actually a really good save file to use for testing the swapping NPC thing that I was talking about earlier. How many rooms there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was a full room. Pretty full map. We're going to have a bunch of dead ends in here because there can't possibly be any more rooms. He's blocking me from... Oh, there's 2 tunnel dwellers. Hey crew and Taplin. Oh yeah, also my droplet, I wanted to do all my bot stuff. So my Costanza bot thing, and I have another bot that posts like random DNA sequences every day, once a day. It's just stupid. Nobody even, I think I have like one subscriber, but or one follower or whatever they're called. But that's what that's the other thing my droplet is going to be doing. I don't have it set up to do that yet. To just take the stress off of my Raspberry Pi. I actually just don't want to have my Raspberry Pi on all the time. That's a pretty cool map. I like that. I mean, this is kind of weird when you get these really tunnels that are huge. So there's a lot of space in these tunnels. And when you're walking through, you can only see a little circle around you. So you can only see like this much. And that's a lot of big space. But they're called dark tunnels, or they're going to be called dark tunnels. That's the point. It's a dark tunnel. And I call it open path. Maybe it should be dark tunnel. All right, let's quit. Let's change that right now. I think that's in here. No. Where is that? Where would that be saved? That would probably be saved in map.h. No. Map.c. Open path, so dark tunnel. Open floor. What should I call open floor? That should be I don't know, stone floor. Much better. Okay, let's go to the old sticky note, the best way to keep track of everything. NPCs color different if hostile. We did it. We did it. We did it. Reddit. I could do cyan also for the other one. Actually, that would be kind of cool. I think I will. And this is, let's look for is hostile. There, this is much faster. I know where some friendlies are. They're up here. I remember. Hostile, still red. Good. And now he's blue. He's light blue, so he stands out. And he's a $sign. I think I'll also have to give characters different symbols. Like the way NetHack does it is if it's a dog, it's a lowercase d. And if it's a demon, it's a semicolon. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I actually don't know what the demon is. Okay, back to the sticky. So we did that. Change stats. Oh boy, that's a big one. Dead and alive NPCs. Can't do that until I'm fighting them, so that's got to come after at least initial combat. Swap friendly NPCs when walking on top. Okay, that's something I can do. That's actually pretty easy. And that's going to be over in player.c. So what we do is I have player move. All right. If friendly NPC, I'll say non-hostile, swap faces. Otherwise, combat. So this will give me the little skeleton of where combat can happen. Okay, so if so first of all, you found an NPC. And then we're gonna have to do is hostile. So if is hostile, I equal to 0, then we're gonna do swap spaces. And I'm gonna do player and NPC number. Else, okay, combat location, combat, eventually. Right now we're just gonna thud, just thud. The thud does not take a minute of your time, so I want to exit out, so I return here at the end of this if you've successfully moved. it increases the time, the player's time, ticks. Plus is a time tick. I also want to say, do I have a function to return the NPC name? Get name, yes. So I also want to say, shoot. I have a thing, I do. We need to do, what is it? It's a string, sprintf onto your string, and you want to say you swapped spaces with s. Do I have periods after this stuff? I do. And then it's going to be get name I. And then we're going to have a thing called swap spaces. Okay, well, let's take this whole thing over there. That's going to be in NPCs. We're going to just handle it all over there. So, swap spaces. This is going to be a void. And the only problem I'm seeing now is it's stupid. It's a stupid problem because it's eventually not going to matter. It'll say you swap spaces with, and then say their name, but then it'll happen. But then it'll go and write into the log, you just moved, blah, 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 or you did not move. So I guess, I guess I can just remove all this stuff and say if this and this, you waited for one, you waited for one turn. There we go. So I took out all that proof of concept stuff, and I'm just saying you waited for one turn if they didn't move. So cx equals 0, cy equals 0. Did they wait? My grammar self wants to put that question mark inside the quotations, but I hate it. Combat eventually will go here. But for now, it's just thudding and returning. It's not doing anything. It's not ticking. Okay. So swap spaces. That should be in NPCs. Oh, and this should be struct player space player, and it should be int I. Or maybe let's just do n. Okay, so what we need is we need x and y. These are temp. So let's anytime you're swapping variables, you gotta do it that way. So what we're gonna say is temp x equals player. I think it's just x. Yeah, that's it. All right, so we assigned the temporaries over there to the player, and now the player can be NPCs plus n x. That's right. You go check. This is the problem with not using what is it called? The thingy. There's one other problem with this, and I'll fix it in a minute. Not using an IDE, I have to like actually go physically check, manually check what my different variables are called. But I don't care. All right, and then y. And then we're going to say NPCs plus n y x equals temp x y. Okay, I need to verify my logic. I'm assigning the players x and y to temp. I'm assigning the NPCs x and y to player, and I'm assigning the temp, which were the players, to the NPC. So I think that's a good swap. Does what it needs to do. However, there is a problem, and I need to fix a couple problems with this. Over in player, I'm actually not going through NPC numbers. I'm going through this. So it's not I. So I have like say 10. Say I have 1,000 NPCs. I'm only going through the ones that are on the current floor. So I actually have to pull out their current I number, which is going to be NPCs dot I plus I, and then dereference. So I need this also here, swap spaces. So if I have like 10 NPCs I'm looking at, they might be NPC number 10, number 50, number 200, and so on and so forth. I have to pull that right number out. Because right now they're just in a list of, say, the ones on floor number 1. Okay, that should work for that. And let's prototype this also. PCs.h. Don't have open. Oh wait, yeah, no. There we go. Beautiful. Let's just make sure it compiles. It does. Okay, I'm a little nervous. Let's go see what happens. Interesting. Aha. Okay. I'm getting a little garbage there. And it happens twice for some reason. I'm not sure why. But it is working. The swapping appears to be working. Swap spaces. Okay. I guess what I want to do is, instead of this, using that, I'm going to do this. Because we don't actually have a variable there. So I can just send that directly to the log. So that should fix that little issue I was having. Let's just look. Okay. Oh, good. And it only swaps spaces once. And let's thud. There, I thudded. And let's swap. Is this Betamar? It's not Betamar. Dang it. It really thinks that's Betamar, though. And it thinks that's High Hackfryflon. Alright, well, it is thudding on the hostile one. Alright, so what did I do wrong? Oh, that's what I did wrong. So I was swapping with the right NPC, but I was getting the wrong name. So I'll just change that. So that should fix that. And it should be, oh, shoot. Unterminated function. Oh, really? Get name. Yeah, that is a good map. I like that one. Yeah, there we go. Parenthesis problems. I like this map. It's a good map. That's why it has, not only it has hostile NPCs that I can thud into. I can thud into walls. But now I can swap. And that's Z-Stay Gromo. And it says you swap spaces with Z-Stay Gromo. So great. So now the friendly NPCs will get out of the way, and I can actually do a little look manipulation. So hey guys, I need some help over here. So I need help with this this guy. So if you could just come up here and surround him for me, I would really appreciate it. Swapping. You can actually do this in CUD also. You can force guys to be closer to enemies. So the friendly guys will swap, which is great. Hostile guys will not, they will thud. So if friendly guys are blocking my path, at least I can move them gently out of the way. And I guess if you want to attack an NPC that's friendly, you won't walk into them. You will have to choose. You will have to specifically go to a menu and say, I want to mess this guy up. Good looking map there. I do like that one. That's the full nine rooms. And they're all separate. You can see this is sort of a hybrid room right here. And this one is not a hybrid. This is a hybrid room. Single, 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 single. And then these are all kind of connected as well. They are connected by tunnels, though. So you can see 2 rooms at once if you stand in between them. And this one, too. Oh, I need more help over here. NPC. I can't imagine there's anything that would break this, what I'm doing right now. I can't walk from a wall. They can't be placed on a wall. Yeah. There. And we're surrounding him. That's not going to be an intentional gameplay thing. The thing is, these NPCs are going to be walking around. So I actually do want to do that. I want to move the drunk walkers. Drunk walking. The friendly NPCs are going to be drunk walking. So, if you're not familiar with the term drunk walking, it means they will walk in a random direction. That's all it means. They'll walk in a random direction. So, that's drunk walking. And, you know, the hostile NPCs will not be drunk walking. So, I mean, if you're a regular, you know, merchant or whatever, you're going to drunk walk. You're just going to walk around. And if you're a room dweller, you're going to stay in that room. And if you're hostile, you're going to move towards the player. So I think drunk walking will be really interesting if I can get that going. But I got swap NPCs, friendly NPCs when walking on top. And I did NPC color, so we got that. Okay, change stats, leveling up NPCs on a new day. I need to change the stats first because I am changing everything about it. Okay, everything about it is changing. So that's going to take a little bit of doing, but it's not going to be undoable. So first I'm going to actually go here and go to stats. If those are going to stay the same, it's these 4 that are changing. And it's going to be more informative even. Maybe I'll just spell them out. That's going to be more simple. Attack, defense, hit, dodge. Attacking is the amount of damage you do. Defense is the amount of damage reduction you have. Hit is your chance to hit, your percentage. And then dodge is your chance to avoid entirely. So it's damage, damage reduction, hit chance, avoid chance, or dodge chance. I mean, very simple. The way I had it was a little more complicated than it needs to be. Okay, however, the problem with that is that I have these other things listed everywhere. So why don't I use... oh, there's Jonathan Blow. This is a Jonathan Blow tactic. Use the compiler to tell me where I need to go. All right, so save.c. We're going to save.c first. And we're going to go here. Save.c, what line? 158. There we go. So attack. Defense. Hit. Dodge. How many errors? Only 8. Interesting. And then save.c on line 83. Ah, the player as well. The NPCs and the player, of course. Of course. So attack. Dodge. No, it's defense. You gotta remember the order. The D's. Oh, it's gonna kill me. Hit. Then dodge. Alright, I have to just check. Did I do that right down here? Attack, defense, hit, dodge. Yeah. Okay, NPCs on line 272. This is funny. This is a Jonathan Blow strategy. I always complain about Jonathan Blow, but he actually has a video about doing this. I don't know if he's pro it or against it. I think he's pro it. Defense, using the compiler to debug instead of using a debugger. That's what his video is called. Using the compiler errors to debug instead of the a debugger. It's so funny. It works. If it works, it works. Okay, and then we have Player, line 39. I mean, something like this, I changed variable names. There's the same amount of them everywhere. Yep. Okay, we got a few things here yet to do. Can I, gotta make some space in my debugger here. Okay. NPCs on line 136. I'm doing this piecemeal because I have a fast computer. I'm not running on a 486. NPCs, line 250. I don't even have to look at it. I don't even have to... so funny. I barely have to look at it. I can just come in here, do this, hit, dodge. All right. Then we got NPCs, line 165. Should be the last one, perhaps. All right, attack, fence, hit, dodge. Okay, this should actually save and load and everything should be fine. I did not, you know what I didn't do though? I didn't checksum my file, dang it. All right, so I have to do a new one, unfortunately. But it's fine. Let's do it a checksum of game.dat, and then we'll go another one and then load it and then quit. Do a checksum, and it's the same, hooray. So at least saving and loading is good. And if I actually load this and look at it, the players should make sense. Oh, that Jonathan Blow. Yeah. Do they make sense? I don't know. I'm sure they do. I'm sure these numbers make sense. This is HP, this is SP, this is attack, defense, hit, and dodge. There's no way to know. Okay, and now I need to change another thing. So we did that. Change to new model, we did it. And then we need to rebalance points, and then I need to rebalance probability table, which is great, fantastic. How do you do that? It's NPCs and new NPC stats. The bonus points, I'm just going to give them 1 point per level, not 10. You get 1 stat point per level. That's going to be the new progression. And every day, the monsters are going to get +1 to their bonus points. They're just going to get it every day when the day ticks over, which is actually going to be has a new day dawned. How are we going to know that? Do NPCs have a thing to keep track of that? I don't think they do. They don't. So I'll have to figure out a way to keep track of that. Okay, so they're getting 1 point. So there we go. We fixed that, and now was that one of my things? Rebalance points. Yeah, that's all. That's all that was. Okay, then rebalance probability table. So that's something we have to do. Okay, so now these are a little different. I'll keep the numbers mostly the same. Room ranged. So if they're room ranged or they're room close. So we'll say if they're a warrior or they're an archer. What should an archer have out of attack, hit, defense, and dodge? They should have high dodge. They should have high hit. And they should have lowish attack and not quite as lowish defense. So they're in the rear, they're shooting. They can't wear heavy armor, but they can wear chainmail. Okay, so this is HP and then SP. HP and SP should stay the same. So this attack should be low, defense should be low-ish, hit should be high, and then dodge should be high-ish. So that's actually pretty good. That I don't need to change. Okay, a close range person, let me think about this. A close range person should have high attack, first and foremost, and high defense. So attack, defense. Their hit should actually be high, and maybe their dodge should not be. So they're going in with high armor. So maybe I'm just going to swap these. High defense, and their hit is high-ish, and then their dodge. They don't need dodge. They have high defense. That makes sense. Okay, so let's change any that are close. So 22, 22, 14, 16. 22, 22, 14, 16. That makes sense. Okay, a fainter. A fainter is somebody who kind of rushes in, hits, and then gets out of there. They should have high dodge, and they should have low defense. They should have high hit. So, but lowish attack. No, they would have high attack. So maybe I'll just swap those two. And this gives them high hit and high dodge. They have low defense. Yeah, so that works. 14, 6, 22, 22. 14. These are probabilities, by the way. Okay. The last one are people who run away. So a mouse. Too scared to do anything. Right now, I have them so that they are HP, low attack, low hit, high defense, high dodge. So that's great. Perfect. Cool. So that is, I think, good. Let's look at a couple. Sanity check. Let's open the save file. And their stats should be relatively low compared to everything else. So this is their level. Their level, their HP. This is their behavior, 12. This guy's not hostile. Good for him. He has very low HP for a level 94. His stats are very low, though. Actually, his HP is pretty good. How about this, though? Just thought of something, just to balance this a little better. Every level you get one advancement point, and you can spend it to raise any of your stats. If you raise a stat like attack, defense, dodge, hit, it'll only raise it 1. But if you spend it on HP or SP, it'll raise it 2. So that, what I'm going to do. For players and for NPCs, all of it. Upgrade, yeah. So look at 5. So HP and SP should increase a little nicer. And my reasoning for that was I was just looking at a level 94 character who had 31 HP. And a level 18 character has 15 HP. A level 18 character should not have half the HP of a level 94 character, even though their advancement tables are a little different. So that's reasonable, but just give a little more HP. So it's a little more, you're going to be more likely to spend points on advancing your HP if you get 5 out of it. Great, so let's go ahead and see what happens. Oh, we got 3. We're getting a lot of NPCs. Kraty or Kratai, Glypumi, and Stayflon. Let's look at those. Stayflon, where are ya? Really? There we go. So Stayflon is a level 1 character, and they are personality 8. So they are, I close some of these. Open them if I need them. Personality table number 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are arranged. So they're ranged. So they're a ranged person, and they're level 1, and so they have 15 HP, 10 SP. They got 10 of everything else. Okay, one other issue here. You should have points your first level. So in level 1, you have, I was going to say 10 points to spend. So you start with all your stats equal to 10, and you have 10 points you can spend at the very beginning. So NPCs should have that too. I am a generous god. So they're NPCs, they're bonus points. Be that. So they're level, but plus 10. So they get 10 points. Yeah. Got to do the optimize, but it's okay now. It's only 4 seconds. Oh, look at this. 3. Doubled up, dudes. Drubardi. Then Griefly. Plecron. Let's look at Plecron. Plecron. Okay. Plecron is level 1 and they're behavior type 2. So behavior type 2. They are a fainter. They like to get in and get out. Do damage and then run away. Annoying little gremlins. HP 20. SP 25. Okay. That's pretty good for a level 1. Attack 12. Defense 10. So they didn't raise their defense at all. Hit 13. And 11 dodge. So they did add some dodge. They did not add any defense. They added a bunch of HP and SP. That's pretty good. What were the other guys? Look at these level 1s. Drubardi. Yeah, their personality number 1. They are a close range fighter. They're like a warrior. 20 HP. 10 SP, so they didn't get much SP. 14 attack. 11 defense. So they have a lot of attack. A little bit of defense. Hit. They got a lot of hit, and then a little bit of dodge. That's actually... Yeah, they didn't spend as many points on the other stuff. Yeah, that's reasonable. Glen Griefly, let's look for them. Okay, they are personality number 10. They are another close range fighter. So they are 20 hit points, 20 stamina. So this guy gave himself stamina. Spent 2 points in hit points, 2 points in stamina, 1 point in attack, 1 point in defense, 2 points in hit, and three points in dodge. So that's unlikely to happen. They should not be spending points in dodge, but it is going to happen. So that's just a dodging NPC right there. All right, let's look for some random higher level characters. So like Gracelyn is a level 10 or level 90. Their personality 10, which I think is close range. Zero, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, they're a fainter. They're a fainter. They're a level 90 fainter. They have 70 hit points. They have 100 stamina points. Then they have 24 attack, 16 defense, so low defense, high hit, high dodge. I mean, that's a pretty good looking, well-rounded character right there. Let's find some more let's find some more fainters. This one's on level 10. No, yes, level 10. 15 hit point stamina, 11 attack, 17 defense. That's unlikely. Oh, this is 7. Never mind. This is 7. What is 7? They're a runner. They're a runner. Okay, so let's look at this in context again. They're a runner. They're a level 10 runner. They don't like to fight. They like to run away. 15 health, 15 stamina. And they have 11 attack, 17 defense, 11 hit, 19 dodge. That makes sense. They want to get away. They don't want to fight you. Okay, let's find another 10. So that's a close range fighter. They're level 92. Oh no, they're a fainter. They're not a fighter. Okay, they're level 92, 60 hit points, 85 stamina. So that checks out. They have more stamina than hit points. Attack 22, defense 16, hit high, dodge high. So they want to hit. They're not going to do a lot of damage. But they're going to hit you hard and fast. I mean, for level 92, that's their stats seem pretty low to me, but I decided to rebalance these stats to be a little more pointing towards low. So this means they raised their HP 10 times. They raised their SP 15 times. So 10, 15, that's 25. Then 12. 12. 25 plus 12, 30, 37 plus 6 is 43. Plus 30, 73. Plus 29. 92. So, yes, 92. They are level 92. But I also accidentally did a minus in there, so plus 10 for the bonus points. It adds up. It checks out. The math checks out. Just trust me on this. I know. Okay, so I think that's cool. I'm going to say that that is rebalanced. Okay, leveling up NPCs on a new day. We're going to do that. Means they're going to get a bonus point every day. So if it goes from day 1 to day 3, they're going to get a bonus point and they're going to be advanced. And get maybe 1 or 2 points. I don't know. I don't know. How am I going to do it? Should be easy. Should be pretty easy. But the only place right now where time ticks forward is over here when you move. Oh yeah, I also wanted to change the time tick to 1. Keep it 10 for now. Okay, it's when you move, time ticks. So if you tick the time, you need to say, was the day increased? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have in here a static variable. I'm gonna call it int day, and it's gonna equal 0 at the very beginning. And day, if player cur time maybe that should be a global variable, because I'm gonna have to load it. Yeah, that should be a global. So we're actually gonna put it up here. Int day. In the very beginning, you're gonna say, what is this? This is int player space, init player space. They're just initting the player. Also, we're on the first day. Okay, then what I can do is I can load. I don't know. I'll figure that out in a minute here. Let's do this first. Okay, so if player cur time modulus, is it 2 or 1? Why can't I ever remember this? God. Is modulus a single or a double? I know where I have that over in display, so I can just look over in display. This is my, I don't know why this confuses me. I'll tell you, actually, I do know why. Because when I use modulus in C, we're not modulusing? Well, goddamn. Do I have to Google it? I don't want to Google it. No. In R, it's one thing, and in C, it's another thing. So I think it's 1 in C, and I think it's 2 in R. So I'm just going to Google it. Fuck it. Fuck it. What is the modulo operator in C? It is a single, yeah, it's a single %. That it's R that messes me up, and R it's 2. That's the only difference. Go back here to player. So if modulo player cur time, how many? What is this? 1440. Oh, I don't have to use a modulus, so I'm going to do this. 1440. Yeah, that's all you're going to do. Is not equal to day. Then day equals player cur time 1440. And then we're going to do upgrade NPCs. I'm going to make a function to do it. Okay. So far, so good. So then there's one other thing. When I'm loading a player, I'm going to load in. I'm going to have to load in the time of day. What do you do when you load a player? Let's go to save.c. Save.c. When you load a player, what do you do when you load a player? Load maps. You load NPCs, and then you load a player. You just load it in, and then we need a function. We're going to call it load time, and then it's going to be p. Think that. Load time. I'm going to need a function called load time. Yeah, I'm just going to say load time. It's so stupid, but it is what it is. It's going to be a public void load time, and it's going to be an integer cur time. Yes, and that's going to be day. Maybe that should be load day. Load day. Day equals cur time divided by 1440. There we go. So when you load, it's going to load. When you load, it's going to load. Load day. So I'm not saving out the day. I'm already saving the time as an integer. I don't need to load. I don't need to save the day as well. We already have it. So now I just need to make this a prototype somewhere. So player dot. And that's probably not the best place to put that, but it works. Okay, now one more thing. I actually have to do the function to upgrade NPCs. So NPCs, we've ticked a day forward, and we're going to upgrade the NPCs. So that should be over here, and this should be pretty simple. It should be an extern void, upgrade NPCs void. I mean, that's it. And where should it be? It should be, let me just keep that there real quick and see where am I going to stuff this thing. Upgrade NPC. Upgrade NPC. Okay. The helper function to this thing. Upgrade NPC. So I guess it should be under that. And I'm actually going to call it something different. I'm going to call it upgrade all NPCs to avoid some confusion. So this is going to be upgrade all NPCs. And where did I just put it? It should be upgrade all NPCs. And that's over here. And I put it above NPC info. Okay, that's a logical place for it. And all we're going to do then is we're going to say for I, we need an int thing, int I. So this is every day the enemies are getting stronger. NPCs, I plus equals 1. You almost had me there, almost did plus plus. I don't like to use plus plus. So I use plus equals 1. The thing about plus plus is you can have I plus plus, or you can have plus plus I, and they mean different things. And they have a very specific meaning. And in the context of a for loop, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, but because they actually have a specific meaning, I don't use it because it communicates something to me when you have I++. That communicates a specific thing. Okay, then what we're going to do is NPCs plus I stats.bp equals 1. We're going to upgrade them. Okay, I also want to do upgraded. Okay. Upgraded hot pockets. Yeah. Then we're going to do upgrade NPC I. So upgrade NPC. Yeah. Upgrade NPC. So we just add a bonus point to them, and then we're just going to upgrade them immediately. And it'll get rid of that bonus point. This is the mechanism for how I use the probability values, the probability table. So I'm not going to mess with that. I'm just going to add a bonus point. They should have 0. They all get spent out at the beginning. They're going to get a bonus point, and then it's going to upgrade them with that single bonus point. Okay, so let's just see here. Yeah, I can't believe that. Okay, so let's do a checksum. Ooh, not check GID, it's not that. Let's check the game.dat. And then we're going to run it. Okay, nothing happened. Quit. Looks good. So now I'm going to walk a couple times. Save it. And it looks different. Oh yeah, because the player time is different. Of course, so that's gonna, let's do a new game. And quit. And I didn't get any message out here that they got upgraded. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a line from this file. So let's go take a line from the save file. The very last one. Actually, let's look at the last 5. And then, I'm gonna close that. I'm gonna play for a day. It's pretty easy, you just have to explore, so I might as well explore. Oh man, he's blocking. Bime. Get out of the way, Bime. What a name. Get out of there, Bime. Oh, you're blocking me too, Cray. At least I can get around him. I should also send a message to the console. Let me do that. We want to go to player.c, upgrade all players, and then we're going to do this. 1 more day has passed in the tower. All enemies have gotten stronger. That's kind of a long message, but it's okay. Do. 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Every step takes 10 minutes. I'm going to change it to 1, because it does actually take me a really long time to... 1 more day has passed in the tower. All enemies have gotten stronger. Okay. Oh, really? Let's go take a look at how strong they got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the ones we're looking at. And I'm just going to do this. So they don't actually go up a level. Their level stays the same. Where they are in the dungeon stays the same also. But their stats should go up. So let's see if they did. Okay, this one got more hit. And this one got more dodge. And this one got more defense. And this one got more HP, or SP, stamina. More stamina, 5 more. And this one got more of whatever that is. Hit. So yeah, they are updating. They get 1 point. I was thinking maybe give them a random number, so give them 1 or 2 extra points. But by the time you get to level 100, the enemies would be so strong from getting 2 points. They'd be like level 200. But it won't take you 100 days to get to level 100. It'd take you like, say, 30 days. They'd go up 30 levels. That's like 30 levels equivalent. This will be very easy to break when the time comes. If they're just going to get way too strong, way too fast. But it's all right. It's okay. It happened anyway. So we did it. We did leveling up NPCs on a new day. We put the system in place at least. Dead and Alive, NPCs, combat. Okay, combat. Oh boy. So, combat. I need a new file for that. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours? Really? Only 2 hours? This is a weird stream where it feels like it's taken a long time. I'm starting to get hungry. And like physically feel like I need nourishment. So maybe anything else simple from the list. If I can check a few more things off and make this list. I've already made it shorter because obviously I had it down to here. So I have all that empty space. That's encouraging. Player stats. Player. What's the word I want to say here? Allocating stats. Oh, I can do leveling up as well. Hey, that's not bad. Say you want to kill 5 enemies, we'll give you a level. That'll be pretty good. Let's say you kill a level 1 enemy, you get 1 point. Kill a level 2 enemy, you get 2 points. So to go up to level 2, you want to kill 5 enemies, you need 5. To get to level 3, you're going to want to kill 5 level 2, so you'll need 10. So that'll be the thing. I'll probably just make a chart for it. Like level. That would be a player. Let's not get into all that. No, I just thought about it, so I might as well do it. So player advancement table. What I need is a struct and player advancement. Is that how I did it over here? Like I called it like behavior or something. What I call it? Behavior table. So what I can call this is player. Yeah, player leveling table. And what you need is int level, int XP. And this will be leveling table. I'm sure there's a mathematical way to do this. But how much level 2 levels, so you're going up to level 1, you need 0. To get to level 2, you need 5. To get to level 3, you need the equivalent of that, which would be 10. Oh, so actually I probably don't need a table. Need to do the math though. Yeah, because this, if I did the math, this would be, yes, I need 5, but I'm not going to empty out my XP. When I hit 5 XP, if let's say I hit 6 XP, I will go up a level. I'll go up to level 2, but I'll still have 6 XP, and then I need to actually get 16, so it would be 6 plus 5 plus 10. Yeah, I need to get 15, whatever. I know the mechanism now, I'll just have to write a function to do it. So probably this, yes. Let's do this. Void, actually int level up, and then int level int XP. Or maybe just give it a struct player space player, something like that. And then I have the things. The best way to determine level first. You need to determine the level from the XP. That's so funny. That's what my brain wants to focus on is how to do this, and I don't even have the mechanism in place. that'll be in here though. Yeah, maybe load day. Let me just move load day. Load day should not be at the bottom. That's like a player init thing, so that should be under here. Move player. Yeah, it should be above move player. Why are they there? They should be up here. Rando name, move floors. Check viz. Yeah, that's all good. Level up. Level up. Level up. How do you do it? What's the best way to do it? I mean, there's the brute force way to do it. So, current XP. What I'm gonna do is make a thing. Int XP. Int level. Oh my god, this looks so weird to me. I'm like, what is wrong with this function? Why does this function look so weird? It's because I don't write functions like that. That's so funny, the style of the function made me think I was doing something wrong. All right, then we're gonna go to a for loop. And we're gonna say for XP equals 0, level equals 1. Is that 0? Yeah, 1. XP less than player stats.ep XP plus equals 1. Best way to do this. Determine level from XP. That's how I need to do it. God, I should just make a table. Fuck it. I know. If determine level player XP is not equal to player stats. It's EP actually. Maybe it should be XP. It's all in stats. Then we're going to say int level equals determine level and then we're going to do this. If level is not equal to the level, then we're going to say player stats level equals level and return level. Else return -1. Okay, there we go. Now I just need this function, which is stupid, but static int determine level. Okay, I got it. For level equals 1, we'll start at 1. level less than 1000, level plus equals 1. Okay, we're gonna just figure out, let's say max level is gonna be 1000. I don't know. It's probably gonna be 100, but we'll just do 1000 for now. And then I need an XP. XP equals, plus equals, level times 1 times 5. There we go. So if you're level 1, you need 5. If you're level 2, you need 10. If XP is greater than gotta do this. Current XP. If XP is greater than current XP, no, if it's less than, no, if XP needed, that's XP needed, is greater than current XP, then you're gonna do this. You're gonna say level minus equals 1 and then break. Okay, I have to do a sanity check. All right, different cases. Let's say you have XP level coming in. Let's say you have 5. Let's say you have 11. Let's say you have, yep, that's not gonna work, is it? You just think about this. Let's just use brain power. Let's use brain power. Here, let's get some snow on the screen. Hide this down here. There we go. We have snow. Actually, maybe we can do a faster one. That's black. Why is it black? Because I forgot to do a green chroma. Yeah. That's too fast. Try that. There we go. Maybe I can make it smaller. There we go. That's some nice snow. That's a little too fast, though. There we go. All right, now I have some snow on the stream. Let's see if this leads to any bit reduction, bit loss, or dropped frames. Okay, it's snowing. It's snowing. It's not snowing. It's actually raining here. Okay, let's say I come in. It's giving me the player's current XP level. So we're going to start at level 1, and we're going to say XP equals 0. Then while it's level under 1000, we're going to increase to level plus 1. Okay, on level 1, it's going to say XP plus equals level times 5. So it's going to add to 0, it's going to add 5. And it's going to say if XP is greater than or equal to, no, if XP is greater than current XP, then we're just going to break. That's level 1. So you come in level 1, let's say you have 0 XP. It's going to say level plus equals level times 5. So it's going to say 5. So XP is going to equal 5, current XP is equal to 0. That's greater, so you're going to break the loop and you're going to return level. You're going to stay on level 1. Let's say you have 10x. No, let's say you have 20 XP. So it's going to say X level equals 1, XP equals 0. So it's going to say 5. Then it's going to say 15 in the next round. And then it's going to say 30 in the next round. Well, 30 is greater than 20. So level is going to equal 3. I think that's right. I think that's good. Level up, return level, and then, so in here what I need to do is I need to add a thing. So let's add these. First of all, let's prototype these. This is a weird thing for me to have worked on because I just had the idea, like, gotta do it. But I don't actually have any combat yet, so I can't earn XP, so it's a little silly. But it'll be in place for when I do. Okay, so then I need a move player. So move player is like attacking and everything. I need an int level. And we're going to say if this, no, level equals that. And if level is not equal to -1, we're going to add log. You leveled up to level. We'll say congratulations. You leveled up to level. And then it'll be level. Yeah, and it all happens down there, so I don't have to actually raise the level here. Congratulations. Oh, and that's not how we do things, is it? We have to actually do an sprintf. And then add log message. Here we go. All right. So I guess I'm going to just write a temporary function. I want to just test that this works. So instead of thudding into an enemy, we're going to just kill it. Kill enemy. This is totally temporary. I'm not going to have a function called kill enemy. You killed the enemy. You killed the enemy. Kill enemy. So we need a kill enemy function over here. This is totally temporary. All right. Enemy. It's going to be NPCs plus n, and then stats.hp equals 0. We're just going to kill it. This is putting in the. The reason I'm doing this is because there's a few mechanistic things that have to happen here. So I also need get level. Okay. Get level. Kill enemy, and we need get level. We need to actually write it. It didn't just happen. Let's put that under get names. Get name. It's around here somewhere. Int. Yep, I already wrote that. And as dumb as it is to do it this way, it works. It's fine. It's like I'm living in the object-oriented world, but I'm not really. Okay, that's good. Get level. So now you can get level. Okay, that's going to determine how much how much XP you get. But maybe, you know, honestly, I could just do like int. I could have an int here and return. And what you could do is we can do player stats XP plus equals kill enemy. So that's going to return an integer. Okay, I also need to do something different. So in drawing and displaying, so when we draw the NPCs, if they're dead, we draw them differently. And maybe is hostile could get changed to 0. They're not hostile if they're dead. That's actually funny to think. They're no longer hostile if they're dead. Now, if they're undead, that's different. Is hostile. Yeah, that'll save it out. So these guys will be saved. Their HP will be saved. Everything will be saved. Go back here. Are they dead? Dead or alive? Symbols. So I need a character. And maybe what I can do is, because I don't need this other get level thing, is alive. I can do. That'll be under is hostile. Okay, so let's go back into NPCs. Kill that one I just wrote. I don't need it. And let's find is hostile, because I'm going to write a new one underneath that. And it's going to be is alive. And I guess it's going to be, it's just going to be return, and I'm going to say NPCs plus n HP greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, return 1. Otherwise, return 0. If they're alive, they're alive. If they're not, they're not. So now we go back in here and if they're hostile, they should be red. If they're dead, they should be a corpse. And if is alive is equal to 1, then C equals the $sign, else. Actually, I mean, this whole thing, like, I can replace all these with ternary statements. And what would be a good symbol for a dead thing? Maybe like an underscore. So here's what we can do. Oh no, I actually can't do that as a ternary statement because I'm not assigning anything. This one I am though. So C equals is alive. Here, just not rewrite it. Yeah, that's nicer. It'd be a corpse if they were, maybe the letter C. Okay, so now they can die. That's all they're doing. They're dying. They're not. Window am I in right now? Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Okay, no member named XP instructs stats, of course. But I want it to be. I want it to be, so we're coming in here and we're changing it. And so now it's time for that Jonathan Blow debugging. Save.c on line 158. quite a bit debugging. Anything else in there? No. Player.c on line 48. Nope. NPCs.c on 141. And on line 265. I like this kind of stuff. I like that debugging. I'm gonna have to hand it to Jonathan Blow. I would not have thought to do it this way. I would have actually gone through and tried to find them all, and then still miss a couple. Alright. Make a new game. I should be able to kill monsters now. See what happens. You killed the enemy. Killed the enemy. You can kill enemies now. I can still not walk on top of them. And it'll... Oh, I can't walk on top of them, but oh my god, I can swap with them. I was unintentional, but super surprising and made me very happy. Pile the corpses. Let the bodies hit the floor. You're dead. Alright. They're not friendly, though. That's, He's friendly. They're not friendly when they're dead. I should, change it to a corpse. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll change it to a corpse. So I'll have to figure out the logic. I actually think I know how I'm going to do it. I just have to get there. I have little puzzles like that. Okay, I've killed a few. Here's a couple more. You killed the enemy. You killed the enemy. Okay, I just missed it. It should happen when you kill the enemy. Let me just check a Rooney here. Where is that happening? So, kill the enemy here, and it's happening down here, and then it's happening down here. So it should be okay. I didn't notice the timing, though. Let's just, try this again. Find enemies. Boom, you're dead. You killed the enemy. I should put their name in there as well. Laypree. I can see their name after I kill them. Oops. I already killed that one. Alright, I need to walk slowly here. 1 day has passed in the tower. All enemies have gotten stronger. Killed the enemy. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. Gotta walk slow. I don't want to accidentally kill 2 enemies in a row. To have caution. There's one. We'll leave him. Find one in a tunnel or something first. Nobody down here. Nobody in there? Alright, 4. Killed the enemy. Now we're gonna go down here, we're gonna kill this guy. Should have said you leveled up. I know why. I know why it didn't. I know why it doesn't. We're actually killing enemies, so I need to take this return out of here. There we go. That should do it. So I should have 5 XP now. Let's go upstairs and kill 5 more enemies. One. Oh yeah. And okay, you kill the enemy, so what you actually need to do is you need X to equal player X, then Y to equal player Y, so we're not moving. That's just there's a little thing that happened there. I didn't like it. Christmas snow. It's like raining out right now, so I figured I would get a little more in the holiday spirit than this gross rain around here. The day has passed. The enemies have grown stronger. Any enemies here? Oh, there we go. The Dobuita's Santa Claus. Okay, I think that's 2 that I've killed on this floor. And maybe I should have it, so I was thinking... maybe I can have a 3rd state. Okay, what happened to him? Oh, he grew stronger. Oh. That guy just came back to life. So he was dead, he was hostile, he came back to life because this is why you play your games, because you get these really crazy little things happening. Okay, so he got upgraded because the day increased and his HP just maxed out. But instead of becoming hostile again, he remained friendly. So we need to do something here. Let me just see how these NPCs work. Okay, you start with 10, yeah, and then you upgrade. So what I'm gonna do, I need to just put in here. Damn, how am I gonna do that? How am I gonna do it? So I'm also thinking if the day increase, here's how I'm gonna do it. If NPCs plus I. Oh no. Okay. So they are going to get the increase regardless, but if they're dead, they don't get a bonus point. They don't level up if they're dead. Upgrade all NPCs. If actually what we can do is they're not going to come back to life. What possible way? Maybe there's a necromancer running around, and then if they come back to life, they will. So we're not going to increase their bonus points. So what I'm going to do is if NPCs plus I stats HP is equal, no, it's less than, or it shouldn't be less than, is equal to 0, we're going to continue. But they're not going to get a level up. But also similarly, if you're sitting there in combat and you're fighting them, and then the day, let's say you got them down to 5 out of 10 HP, and then the day ticks and they upgrade their HP, they're not going to go from 5 to 15. They're going to go, so you got them down to 5, they're going to go from 5 to 10. So they are going to get the bonus, but they're not going to max out. That'll really make sense. Like if you, let's say they're at like 14 health out of 75, they level up. Day increases, they level up. They add 5 HP. They're not going to be 70. They're not going to be 80 out of 80. They're going to be 19 out of 80. So all the progress you've made on fighting that guy, you don't lose all that progress. You got him down to 75. You hit him for 60, 61. He's still 61 down. So you still got that progress. And the chances of that happening are so low, but not completely unreasonable. Like it will happen. You just say the enemies get stronger. I'm not actually going to report enemy HPs to the player. They're not going to know. They're only going to know healthy, wounded, critically wounded, stuff like that. So the way that I did it now is it'll take that into account. Wow, you can't see my mouse with the snow. I have to make it big. Okay, so that's good. What other issues did I have? I guess here's what I'm going to do. Is hostile. I don't know. Let's just play. Let's keep playing. I want to do one more thing. The swap. No, the kill. The kill enemy. It's going to be in player.c. You killed the enemy. You killed Kenny. We're gonna do this. Oh. Here. I forget. I didn't write this with I didn't write add log with the formatting stuff, so I have to do it sprint first. Oh my god. You killed Kenny. There we go. So now I'll output it. And then they don't move. Okay, good. So let's go back to this thing. Continue on in our test. That one's friendly. He got weird. But no one else. This should never happen again. So let's... no enemies. Can't remember how many I've killed at this point. Oh my god. You killed Pruse Wrinkle. Oh, well. Oh my god, you killed Varmapi. And then I leveled up to level 3. Congratulations. So I need to kill 5 more enemies. Now, 5 level 3 enemies. So let's kill a couple. 1. 2. 3. If I could find the upstairs. So, the way this works, 4. They're giving me now 3 XP each. And to get to level 4, I need 15 HP. So I need to kill 1 more, and it'll take me up. I don't know if this XP and leveling system is going to scale. I think that's all going to be part of playtesting, is figuring out, like, are the enemies too hard? Are you leveling up too fast or too slow? There we go. Congratulations, you leveled up to level 4. I also do need to fix this stuff where it's like cutting off at the end of the message. It should cut off. It's just like you killed and then go to the next line. But I'll do that. Cross that bridge when we get there. Okay, first things first. If NPCs, you're stepping on top of an NPC, you want to be able to step on top of a dead NPC, essentially, is what I need to do here. So what I need is check if they're hostile, and then they're not hostile. And It is alive, I think. Equal to 1. They are alive. Else, if is hostile, they are hostile, and they are alive. Okay, if they are alive, no. If you're stepping on top of an NPC, check if they are alive. Check their hostile status and is alive status. 3 outcomes. Alive? No. Non-hostile? Alive. Swap places. Hostile? Alive. Combat. Either. Dead. Step on top. There we go. Got a multi-line comment going there. Don't do those very often. But I figure that's a much better way to wrap this up. Let's put this out here. If it's hostile is 0 and alive is 1. If hostile is 1 and alive is 1. And the only other option is 0, 1, and 0. So, good. But I do have to change the order of drawing. NPCs should come after, not come after the player. Player should come first. I mean, the player should come last. That's an easy enough thingaroo to do. We'll just move that down here. Okay. Let's make this. Let's run it. Let's make a new map. And let's just make sure everything works. You swap spaces with Grongo and Pound. Go kill somebody. Gotta find somebody to kill him. Let's go find some rando and kill them. Oh my god, you killed Grydu! And like step on top of him. And it says you see yourself, so you're not even looking. That is great, that's perfect. I mean, that is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want them to swap spaces. So, yeah, and if a, you know what I just realized? If I kill them, I mean, this will all change later, because I'm not just going to have a function called kill enemy. I shouldn't unhostile them. They should still be hostile. Let's go kill a rando. Very American thing to do. Oh wow, we got 2 randos in a tunnel here. Look at this. We got 2. Oh yeah, for the color. I guess that's why. Still step on top of them. But you do want them to be, I guess, docile. Yeah. So let's go in here and fix this. If is hostile and is alive. And I guess I should have I should have a different color. I should have a different color for if they're hostile and dead. boy. And we'll do color pair 4, and then this will be 5. So I need another color. Because you kind of want them, you know, you want them to be, you want a symbol that they're hostile. What are the colors? That's what I want to know. What is the command? Atron. Not there. Color set. Blink. I could do blinking. Normal display. Underlining. Bold. Protected mode. I don't know what that is. Or color pair. Why don't they have the colors listed here? See also. Is there not a curves color thing? Color set, all right. Now just bring me here. Curves background, let's try that one. Okay, it's fine. Here's what we'll do. We'll just do, for now, we'll just keep it cyan. So it could just be cyan for now. I don't care. I'll look up the colors later. Okay, there's one more change when look cursor. Cursor on NPC. All right, this is going to be silly. For their status, I need a compound ternary statement like this. So we're going to do, first of all, is alive. If they're dead, they're going to be dead. Otherwise, they're going to be then they're going to be this. I think you could do that. It's like a ternary and then a ternary within a ternary. I think you could do that. Dead. Dead. Peter. Wow, that's really cool. That's like the guy from Dune. That's how he spells his name, I think. P-I-T-R-E. My name generator did that. Friendly. Okay, let's go find a not so friendly guy. Hostile. We kill him. And now he's dead. Great. So now I can step on top of corpses and it'll tell me that they're dead. They become the letter C for corpse. Corpse. Donclon. Oh my god, you killed Donclon. Okay, one more should give me a level. I can find one more enemy. I think there's gonna be a room up here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, boom. Oh my god, you killed Vipru. Congratulations, you leveled up to 2. Killed Movie Wrinklin. Yeah, so the next part is, right now when you bump into them, they just die. Now I actually have to put in combat rules, and I know the combat rules I'm going to do. I've thought about it. I played around with it. I've done some modeling. Some nude modeling. No, I'm just kidding. I've done some mathematical modeling. All enemies have grown stronger. And so at first I'll put in player attacking, and then I'll put in NPC attacking after that. Which maybe movement should come first. I can probably do a very basic movement, which will be if they can see you, if you can see them, they'll try to just move towards you, so it won't be any A star. It'll just be, they'll just try to move toward you. Okay, so how many people have I killed? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've killed 4 more since my level, so that means I'm at 9 XP. And I need to be at 15. So I need 6 more. There's 2. I need 4 more, which would be 2 enemies on this floor. I've gotten stronger. All enemies have grown stronger. All right, 1 more enemy will level me up. Just checking that my leveling logic works. That's I still don't trust it. All right, this should do it. Congratulations, you leveled up to level 3. And it updates it up here too, so I already put that in. It's updating the level, my XP level. That's good. I may need enemies to be a lower level, slightly lower level, because of how fast they grow. If you start the game and there's like 3 enemies in the first room, I don't want you to have to game over. That's pretty bad luck. I also thought of a name for the game, because the whole point of the game is in a tower. I'm climbing the tower to kill God. That's the plot. And so I thought, well, what is it called when you kill God? Well, that's called deicide. And then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if it was Deicide Squad? And it's sort of like Dingus Squad, and it's sort of like Suicide Squad. I thought that would be a pretty good game name, so that might be the name of the game. So maybe on the bottom floor there's like a team of people, and they're going in one after another, trying to kill God. So they're all part of the Deicide Squad. Codename Dingus Squad. Man, there's a lot of tunnels in this floor. Almost all tunnels. I just got to a dead end? Like, where are all the rooms? There must be rooms around here, right? You never know what to expect with the map generator. That's the whole thing with RNG. Yeah, there we go. There's a couple enemies. Okay, now I've killed 3. At minimum, I should need to kill 2 more, or at maximum, I guess. At minimum, maybe 1 more. If I killed enough on the previous level. Kill some guys. Kill some guys. Yeah, let's kill 1 more. There we go. I'm level 4. And I want the levels to sort of scale with the floor you're on. So, you know, before you get to level 4, the floor 4, you should be level 4. Before you get to the 4th story, you should be level 4. Let's say it that way. All right, pretty good. Moving things along. I think that's dead and alive NPCs. We got it. Let's see. That's actually really good progress. You can kill or be killed. You can't be killed yet. Pathfinding NPC movement I'm gonna have to do. I could do drunk walking though. Yeah, I can do drunk walking. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a thing in here. It's gonna be void move all NPCs, and it's going to get a struct. I think it's NPC info NPCs like that. Let me make sure that's what it's called. NPC info. All right. Here, I'm gonna copy this over because I don't remember what it is. You need a beer. Okay, we're gonna go through all of them. So for I equals 0, I less than NPC info dot NPCs I plus equals 1. All right. And we're gonna do if random 1 through 100. Let's say they have a 25% chance to move. We're gonna say random is if it's less than 25, less than or equal to 25. Let's do it this way. Less than 25. And NPC plus I stats.hp greater than 0. If it's less than 25. No, if it's greater than 25, here we're going to exit out of the function. Or the stats are less than or equal to 0. They're not going to be less than. Okay, so if your random number is greater than 25 or he's dead, actually, I could do the is alive function here. It's going to do the same thing. So I'm not going to bother. I don't need to use it here because I have access to the global NPCs structure. Then we're going to continue. But otherwise, then we're going to try to move. So first generate a direction. No, we're going to do it this way. CX, CY. So they might have a chance to move, and they might get 0, 0 and not move. So I think that's okay. Then what we need to check is we actually need a struct with the map. Map space map. We need struct player space player also. Okay. Change these to X and Y. We're going to say X equals NPCs plus I dot X plus equals that. Okay. Think about this. So first we just pick a value 0 to 1 and we add it to that. Make sure it's not a wall. Map. Well, good lord, I've not used a map struct in forever. How do you do this? It's floor space. Floor space plus xy2 flat. XY map width. Is equal to, what is it, floor wall? Continue. Make sure player is not there. If x is equal to player x and y is equal to player y. Continue. All good. Move it. NPCs plus I dot x equals x. And then y. There we go. So now we got drunk walking NPCs. They can't walk into walls. They can't walk into the player. We got some errors. Aha. Okay, we're going through each one. So I'd actually need a J or something here. Make this simple. Put a little middleman in there. We'll say J equals NPC info dot I plus, no, yes, plus I. And do I dereference that? I think I do. Yeah. That's the pointer. Dereference that. Okay, and then we're going to change this stuff because we actually have to pull out the NPC number. It's like the NPCs on the current floor. That's what NPC info is. But I have to go to the all NPCs and pick the right ones because they are not written out in order. So that should work there. No new line at end of file. Well, that should come out of there, of course. Use of undeclared identifier NPC info on line 332. Oh yeah, I'm not actually calling that function as of right now, am I? Let's go call that somewhere. After the tick. After everything else. After waiting, we're going to move all NPCs. We have NPCs. What do we have in this function? We should have everything I need. Yeah, NPCs. We should have player. We should have the current map. And now I actually have to prototype that thing. All right. Let me add a little space of enters here. There we go. 334. Yes, I know what that is. Okay. Member reference type struct NPC space is a pointer. Did you mean to use that? I did. Did indeed. Thank you for the question. Thank you for checking in on me. All right, let's make opt run it to a new one. All right, so I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to just hit X, which advances the waiting for one turn. Oh, look, that guy moved. They both moved. So this is... Okay, he just walked into a wall. Well... well, they're moving. They're not... I also remembered they're not doing their behavioral stuff, so, like, a homebody should stay in a room. And a tunnel dweller should stay in the tunnels. But, why wouldn't this work? Floor space plus X blind. I mean, that should work, right? X, Y. Map. That's confusing to me. They also just appear to be walking down and right a lot. All right, let's find let's do a new one. Let's do a new one. Oh, well, duh. I figured something out. This should actually be -1. -1. Okay, so now they can go left and right and up and down. You have to press space. It's actually X, the X key. So now they can go any direction. But unfortunately, they are breaking all kinds of rules. Because they just stepped... Oh, they can step on each other. I mean, it's kind of cool to see them move around. They're definitely doing a drunk walk. Still sour. You're sour at yourself. I'm actually surprised. A lot of those levels, like the ones with the teleporters, if you're waiting for something to teleport, you have to hit space once. If you walk away and come back, it teleports and then teleports back. So, like, you have to walk away an odd number, and I don't even know if it's possible. So I'm surprised you solved some of those without space. You just mathematically made it happen. It's floor wall, right? That's what they're called. Are they in here? I don't think they're in here. They're in maps.h. Floor wall. I'm not doing like a single equal sign. No, it's a double equals. It's map width. That's the way that XY2 flat works. XY and then the thing. Floor space, we're dereferencing it. And then I have to make sure no NPC is there. We'll just leave a block of code for that. Yeah, I don't like that they're walking into walls though. That confuses me. Not be doing that. And look at that. Should have known. Well, everything's good there. I'm really not. That won't change. That won't change anything. The spacebar does feel more natural. Yep, you just phased through a fucking wall. I mean, look, dude. That's a stone wall, man. I thud into that wall, and he just walked into it. Going on. Should test if they can walk into me. Just always stay near him until he walks. Yeah, he just walked into me too. Well, goddamn. Why? It doesn't make sense because this works. Like, he is moving around. They do walk how I want them to walk. However, what's not making sense... Let me kill somebody. Die. Dead men can't walk. Alright, I killed all of them. Let's just see, do they walk? No, they do. Something is working at least. They're all dead except for the blue guy, so... So that's good. That works. This sentence works. So obviously this works plus this. So this is the problem. Okay. So let's go into player.c. I know I just want to verify. Map width. Right. I want to look at this. Map floor space plus XY to flat XY map width. I wrote it right. Logically, it makes sense. Okay, so we're figuring out the floor space of where they're going to move to, where they're trying to move to. And if that's equal to a floor wall, we're continuing. So we're just going to go to the next NPC. We're not going to move them. And let me just see here. I want to let's look at the last 10 lines of game.dat. Okay. And I'm going to run a game. I'm not going to actually scrutinize that right now. Load it. And then I'm going to wait like a bunch. Okay, so loading, letting them walk around a bit. Now I'm going to quit. Now I'm going to, let's just say upgraded. Now I'm going to look again. And none of these guys are on the floor that I'm on. So they should all be basically the same. XY, XY. Yeah, that's all the same. So I'm just thinking maybe I'm pulling the wrong NPC info, but no, I'm not. I'm looking at the right one. Found beer. Congratulations. Hopefully it's a good one. What kind is it? Hopefully it's a triple or a port. A port, a stout. It's a stout. Ah, a nice winter ale. Sounds great. There was actually a place where I lived in Ohio, right down the street, they were a microbrewery. It was literally like walk there in 5 minutes, less than 5 minutes really. Pick up 24 cans of beer and then walk back. And then be like angry at yourself for not realizing how heavy 24 cans of beer was going to be. Anyway, they always had some nice winter ales. I think they had one, it was called like Warm Fuzzy Sweater or something like that. I don't know about this. This is confusing to me. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what every good programmer does. I'm going to do printf debugging. I don't know if this is going to do any good here. Probably not. Walk into the wall. Walk into the wall. Walk into, I think he walked into the wall. Walk into the wall. There we go. We got some. Haha! That Okay. Aha. We're seeing gigantic numbers that we should not be seeing. Aha. Okay, well that's pointing me in the right direction. Something's fucked up here. Map space map. Known bot. Botted. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. You don't have to tell me if you ban people. I'll just assume you're doing your due diligence. And I appreciate it because I hate those guys. Okay, that wasn't a haha, I figured it out. That was an aha, I figured out a piece of it. Like, these should not be these giant numbers. This is clearly some messed up shit. There's 0 and 2. Map floor space plus x2. I am writing that the right way. Am I passing the right map? That might be part of it. Maybe I'm passing the wrong map. Move player. Comes in as map. And then I have move all NPCs map. No, I mean, it works. I'm doing it the right way. I'm passing it the right way. Typically, if you see that, that looks like, to me, that looks like uninitialized garbage. Like you should not. It looks like it was pulled from memory. Like I made the map and then I pulled it. So I'm not sure exactly what's going wrong here. Because the map should be populated. It should have everything within its floor space. XY2 flat. What happens if, let's do a new one. Whoops, let's do a new one. Okay, right off the bat, he went right into the wall. And it says 2. Where's maps.c? I don't have that open. So 0, 1, 2. It said 2, it was actually 1. Width. XY map width. This is how I always have done it. Why? X equals, you pull out their X and Y. The fact that they are walking and they are taking one step whenever they move instead of like teleporting tells me this is fine. Like, this is working. I can't fathom this. Yeah, I mean, those numbers look fine. Those numbers are within range, so it should be from 0 to 100, or 0 to 99, and then 0 to 24. That's the bounds of this thing, so that should be fine. No, I mean, this is not, no, that's not what's being printed out up there. That's like, and this actually, every time I hit X, it goes through all the movement stuff. So it goes through this whole like move player function. And it just doesn't have the move. And none of this stuff is happening because you're not moving. The only thing that happens is you get down here, the time ticks, and then it tries to move all the NPCs. And it says you waited for 1 turn. Move all NPCs. Map player NPCs. Map player NPCs. So I am passing it a single map. Which all the stuff that governs... Okay, this is different. I'm going to just change this real quick to how it should be. This is the player walking into the wall. Still works. Okay. So this exact thing, they're thudding. They should be the same. X and Y. What's the difference? X equals player X plus CX. So change in X, change in Y. Okay. X equals the NPC's current X plus or minus 1 or 0. Their current Y plus or minus -1 to 1. I'm sorry for the floor creaking. That's actually people upstairs walking around right above my head. I noticed the little green bar happen a couple times. So it's not egregious, but it is happening. Alright, well. Does this get triggered at all? Why am I getting garbage? Why is garbage happening? He walked right into that. That is Vpoo Crew. Vpoo Crew. So let's look for Vpoo Crew. Veep, I don't remember what it was. Vpoo Crew. Okay, that's the second one. They are on floor 0 and they are at 34-4. 35-5. Okay, they moved. 33-5. 33-5. It might be drawing them in the wrong location. Might be what's going on here. I don't think that's what it is, but let's go look. I think I would have seen it before this time. Add Y, add X. Yeah, I have my add Y and add X, so that's fine. It's not doing that. Draw player. Can I find that? Add X, add Y. Add X, add Y. Add Y, add X. Add y, add x. Yeah, so it's not that. Just don't know. This is a really, like, obviously easy thing. Very super clear. So, let's see. They're at 33.5. No, not nano. Let's go into this. This will be easier. All right, we're just gonna go into this and into here. So they're at 33.5 right now. So 0, 1, 2, 3. No, more than that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Then 5. 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they should be here. Should be right there, which is down and to the right in that room. So they should be right here. Right here. And what is this one? Route side crew. And that one is at 34.3. So this is 33.5. 34.3. 5.4.3. Well, that doesn't make sense. I can't imagine can't be an idea of drawing them in the wrong place. On. That's 35, 36, no, 35, 36, 37. Did I count wrong? I might have counted wrong. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's 33 right here. I don't know. I'm really not sure. It should not be spitting out garbage though. So it's like something's going wrong with the map in memory in that one function, but not in the other function. So that doesn't make any sense. Because if the player thuds into it, the NPC shouldn't thud into it. And I have map.h here, so that's not a problem. No, I don't think the memory is corrupted. I think I'm passing the memory wrong or something. And I can't figure that out. All right, Pre-Dong Lu. What's the player name here? Gogargu. Shoot. Did he move? He didn't. Okay. A Garg. Let's Garg something. Oh my god. Gogar. All right. So Gogar is at 69.11. The other guy is at 66.11. So they're on the same Y, but they're on. They're. I'm on 69. He's on 66. So let's see. 69, 68, 67, 66. So that is right. They are drawing him in the right place. They are. They are drawing him. So let's see now. He moved down and to the right. So he should be... or it was down to the left, I think. So it should be 65-12. Freedong. 65-12. So that's right. We're all in the right place. Showing up in the right place. Everything's good. Everything's good there. Motherfucker. This guy down here. Went into the wall. Well. He's in the wall right now, so I can't even trade places with him. And then he just disappeared. Phased out of existence. Gone forever. Just like the Star Wars television show. It was a holiday special. Grogu. Grogargu. Oh, good. This one's going to -1. Oh, that's... You love to see that. I doubt that's a problem, but... No, I doubt that's a problem. They should not be doing that. I mean, there's no error checking on if they're in the bounds of the map, because the map has a border around the whole outside. The rooms can't be exactly on the edge, so they shouldn't be able to walk out of the edge. If they do, that'll write some information, or write some gobbledygook somewhere else, or segfault. But if that happens, it wouldn't happen in the first movement. $61.2 to $61.2. 86.10, 86.10. Okay. Interesting. I figured it out. Maybe? Yes, I did figure it out, in fact. That will fix that. That fixed it. Is it really that stupid? I think it is. I think they're stuck now. Wow. Well, that was me. I changed the way I wrote the function, and I used the plus equals operator, and I didn't take it out. So, that's as simple as that, man. Fine. Alright, I guess what I have to do then, I do have to check other NPCs. I don't want them on top of each other. if k is equal to I. If NPCs plus j, x is equal to NPCs. Oh, for fuck's sake. Does it, let me see something. There might be something better here. Let's look at my types. Is there, yeah, there's an easier way to do this. Okay, there's an easier way to do this. If x is equal to NPCs dot x plus k, and y is equal to NPCs dot y plus k, then x equals NPCs plus j x. Just don't move. And break this loop. Break the loop. Okay. Make sure no NPC is there. So we're just going through and making sure there's no NPC there. So now they won't step on top of each other. But I want to just have a little bit of fun here, and I want to just change the number of NPCs to an absolutely unsustainable amount. So instead of 1,000, why don't we do 10,000? How about 20,000 NPCs? This is silly. Ooh, where's that L? Why is there an L there? L is next to K. All right, let's make a new map, and it's placing holy shit a lot. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys here. So they should not walk on top of each other. And they're not walking on top of each other, and they're not walking on walls. So, I mean, that's a pretty cool, like, little way they look. That's some good NPC animation right there. Kill all of you. You're dying. You're dying. Dead. Oh, there's a full room full of guys up here. Okay, they can probably walk on a corpse, though. Maybe for now I can save that till later. You're dead. So many NPCs. The halls are flowing red with blood. My god, I'm level 3 already. Killed so many guys. That's what happens when you generate 20,000 NPCs. That's 200 per floor. I think something like that, right? God, how did it even place them all? I'm surprised it was instantaneous, because it's actually a lot of checking the math and all that. And it had to do it on 100 floors, so I'm actually really surprised. It worked like it did. Keep killing, man. Killing. Purging the tower. They're not people like you and me. Oh, look at that room. That's really cool. Good drunken walk. All of them, at least one of them out of all of them, will walk every step. So you'll see some movement, but it's like a 25% chance. So. That's pretty cool. Let me turn off the snow here. Maybe it's a little clearer what's going on here. Let's kill them all. He just walked into my sword. I feel like there's some weirdness going on with the movement. This is the kind of stuff you have to do. Testing to make sure that everything feels right and everything is operating smoothly. Just throw in 20,000 NPCs, it's fine. I'm level 7, I got to floor 2 and I'm level 7 already. Yeah. How big is the, 2 megabytes. 2 megabytes, the save file. Okay, put that back down. That should be, what, 10 enemies per floor instead of 200? The tower is running red with blood. Sacrifice for the god that I'm about to become. I also saw the word upgraded was being written to the console for some reason. I'm not really sure why. So why don't I go rep that? Then NPCs. Upgraded. Upgrade all NPCs? I really don't know why that was there. I don't remember why I put that there, but we'll get rid of it. Alright, we don't have 20,000 NPCs anymore. There's just a regular 1,000. Whoops, I just killed that guy. I didn't mean to. Problem with walking through the dungeon a little too fast. You're dead. Tunnel dwellers died. They won't die in one hit, you know, in the future. They'll die, you know, a couple hits, maybe 1 hit, maybe 2 hits. Maybe they won't die, maybe I'll die. Part of what makes it fun. That's great. Alright, we got the drunken walk working at least. That's some sort of baby movement. But I think pathfinding, I have the drunken walk. The way that I have this now is I have it move all NPCs, but I'll have to make a specific functions like drunk walk or hunt down player. I'll have different functions depending on their behavior. And then I'll also need their behavior, make sure like a room dweller doesn't leave the room. And a tunnel dweller doesn't enter a room. Actual combat I can implement. But I think pathfinding actually has to come logically before that. So, yeah, that's gonna be the next stream, I think, pathfinding. I think I'll have to figure out A-star, get started on that. And, I could do some of this other stuff, engine stuff, which is not as fun, but it is necessary. Player allocating stats. So I'll need a character screen. So character screen, character creation at beginning, player allocating stats, picking class and starting gear and stuff. Also skills, that's part of that. And inventory is part of that. Gotta have that before I do loot. Text log, scroll history mode. That's pretty easy. I can probably do that first next time. And this is sort of like more advanced. This is like 201 level class here. Light sources. That's gonna be hard. Check if windows are sized. I don't really need to do that. Map generator might be leaking memory. How ominous. What if I have that many NPCs again? I want memory. All right, I'm gonna have memory there. So it should be right here. We'll optimize it. Why not? Let's do this. New game. 20,000 NPCs in memory. 5.1 megabytes. Hardly any memory. That's pretty low. Let's do a new one. Any leaking? 5.6. That's a lot more leaking than normal. 4.0. It got smaller. 5.7. I kind of hate activity monitor. 5.9. It takes a few seconds to like update. Yeah, 4.3, but it was clearing memory. I need a more accurate tool for measuring. Is it really only 4.3? Oh, interesting. That is probably that variation we're seeing. It's probably because it's not 20,000 NPCs. It's 20,000 plus or minus 5%. So what is 5% of 20,000? I don't know. 1,000. So it's really 19 to 21,000. So maybe that is what's leading to this large variation. I don't know. 6.0. 4.5. Yeah, and if I change that back 10, around 6 megabytes, around 4 to 6 megabytes. It's around 3. So, yeah, that's probably what was the difference there. A lot of integers in memory. Anyway, I did some good stuff today, so I'll get it added to the old GitHub here. We're gonna say, what the hell did I do today? Added NPC swapping. Killing hostile enemies. Walking on corpses. And drunk walking NPCs. I think I did some other stuff. $291 insertions, 124 deletions, so it's about 170, 160 lines of code. Not a whole lot, but a lot of changes. It's more resembling a game now. You can kill enemies for once. So that's going to be it for me. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks, Sax, for the fun discussion. And thanks for helping me troubleshoot my problems. I can't believe it was something as stupid as it was, but that's how it always is, isn't it? Where was it? It was here. What the problem was when I was doing this, I had this to be plus equals, and so it was checking. I don't know what it was checking, actually. I think it was checking this. I really don't know. It was checking the old square. This has higher precedence than the plus equals, so it was checking the original stats, and as long as it was on a floor space, it would be fine. Yeah. And it was because I originally had written this code like this. Like update their position, and that's perfectly fine. And it was like, I don't want to update it right at the beginning. I needed error check first. And so I said x equals and y equals. But unfortunately, I forgot to get rid of that minus, or that equals. So that's all it was. It was just something so simple as that. And it fixed everything, just fixing that. It's all good. So that's the kind of silly mistakes we make around here. Oh boy. Yep, I'm gonna go eat something, I think. So I'll see you later. Possibly this week. We'll see. I think tomorrow's grocery day, so probably not tomorrow. Uh, but hopefully this week I can find time and motivation to stream. Because this is really fun. Getting this stuff done. I don't know, I hadn't really been looking forward to today, streaming. And I didn't think I would have fun with it, but I mean, this was so much fun. I got so much done. Hey, Freeware Pirate, thanks for hanging out. Cool. I hope to see you there later tonight. All right. Bye.